no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, Dreamers, we are going to be talking about Daybreak once again. I know, crazy. Two Daybreak videos. That's wild. Why am I talking about this company? Well, because I feel like no one really knows a whole lot about them. And I want to shed some light on the company because, you know, they do technically, they own Free Realms, right? So we got to learn more about the company that we are dealing with here, you know, the sole owners of Free Realms, which they choose nothing to do with. Okay, so today I want to talk about what happens, or what would happen if Free Realms was revived by Daybreak. Not by Mayhem, by Daybreak. All right, how would that come to pass? How would that happen? Well, let's jump into it. So, Daybreak reviving Free Realms, how would that happen? Right? How would this occur? There's something you got to consider here because Daybreak does not have a lot of titles currently. They don't. I know they're working on, like, I looked it up. They're working on apparently a Magic the Gathering video game. I think that's going to crash and burn, my opinion, because I think the card game is, you know, it's superior. I don't think people are going to actually play the online game, but what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, the 5 games they do have currently, we don't count H1Z1. That got shut down a few months ago. They haven't updated that. Don't worry about it. PlanetSide 2 is probably their most strongest game because there is a community that just rallies behind that. PlanetSide 2 is like, this is just a guess. I haven't played it a lot. I don't think I've played it in years. It's basically all-out war constantly. Like, it is insane. So if you were to ever play it, you could experience that. It's also free to play, so that's another thing. There's also DC Universe Online. DC sucks. Moving on. Anyway, EverQuest 2 and EverQuest, I don't even know how strong those titles are. I'm assuming they're garbage. Don't know. I know there was like an EverQuest build game they were planning, which I think would have been cool, but they shut that down. Apparently they were also working on like an Avengers title that also got shut down. Like that didn't even hit the ground running. That just got canned. You know, so Daybreak, I feel like, is a studio holding on by a thread, and I think the one thing that would keep them afloat would be Free Realms. But, you know, they're not doing anything with it, and we're still in limbo, you know, waiting for it to come out from Mayhem and his team of volunteers. But I do want to look at a future, like, hey, what happens if Daybreak was like, yo, Free Realms, what's good, you know? There are 2 revive situations, okay? I just want to bring them up real quick because there's 2 options of how they actually go about it. Because right now they're currently doing nothing, right? They don't want to revive it. They're like, Free Realms is stupid. Daybreak, you're stupid. How about that? Huh? Anyway, so the first revive situation is Daybreak actually wants to bring it back because of the community. The community's very toxic. We know that. We already know that. We've discussed it multiple times on this channel. But I think there's a chance that if we were to just tag Daybreak and everything and be like, Daybreak, listen, I'm going to keep it $150 with you, all right? We need this game back pronto. If we just did that, maybe something would happen. But I don't think that's the case because I don't think Daybreak listens to their own communities and their own games. Could be wrong. I don't think I am, but that's one revive option. The second one is Daybreak ceases and desists FRS and brings it back to flood it with microtransactions. That would be like the worst revive option ever. Like, I played Destiny 2. There's microtransactions in that game. I'm happy with spending a little bit of cash, a little bit of silver on Destiny 2 because I support the devs in that case. Daybreak, however, I could care less if that company survives. Again, they're hanging on by a thread. But if they flood it with microtransactions, I don't think... I mean, it's going to be the Free Realms we kind of remember from back in the day when we were using our parents' credit cards to buy things. You know, buy station cash to get items, virtual things in-game. We're going to go back to that. I don't want that to happen. You know, I don't. But I do actually want to bring up a very good point about a game that actually did come back because of the community. So, we're going to be talking about Blizzard. Blizzard, oh boy. I don't support Blizzard at all, but I thought this was a very unique situation in which, you know, World of Warcraft, right? That game is still around. It hasn't shut down ever. However, players in the community wanted Blizzard to bring back these classic servers. They wanted classic WoW to come back, like the original vanilla game, not like any of the expansion stuff. They wanted classic to come back because WoW has changed so much over the years. Now, there was an instance in which the community created their own servers to bring back classic WoW, and it was called Nostalrius. And there was actually this image I have right here. It's one final gathering of people in that server before Blizzard actually ceased and desisted the people behind the servers and shut it down completely, right? This is a similar situation in which Daybreak could cease and desist and bring it back and bring Freedoms back. But what Blizzard actually went ahead and did, they shut down the servers and they brought classic WoW back, which I thought was a very cool situation because I was thinking to myself, man, if Free Realms attempted this, which we are technically doing now, which it's not back, but, you know, Mayhem's giving it his all. If he manages to bring this back and it does get pulled, there is a chance that Daybreak could do the same situation. There's a chance. And so many people were happy about this. They were happy because Blizzard listened. They were like, hey, we heard you wanted this back, so we're bringing it back. And I think like at one of their conferences or something, during like a reveal, the main dev said, we heard you like vanilla, and they brought back, they announced classic, which I thought was super neat. Now, keep in mind, most likely, Daybreak won't do something like Blizzard did. I think, personally, there's no chance Daybreak will revive Free Realms ever. I think they're done. I think they're moving on. I don't even know if they'd cease and desist at this point. I think they just don't care. It's not to say they won't. I just don't think they will. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the main point here that I just wanted to bring up. I don't think it's going to happen. One final thing I do want to talk about, though, is our best chance at playing Free Realms again and enjoying it is through Free Realms Sunrise. That is fact. All right, not OSFR, because that's not a revive. That's a walking simulator. Our best chance to enjoy this game again is through Free Realms Sunrise. Now, here's the thing. If Free Realms Sunrise gets canned in any way or shape or form or never comes out, I'm never touching this topic again, right? I'm never going to play Free Realms again. I don't care. Like, if Free Realms Sunrise doesn't happen, I won't be playing ever again, right? I'm going to move on, okay? That's that. I just think that's our only way of enjoying this game again. Like, even if Daybreak brought it back, I don't know if I'd play it. I really don't, you know? But that's kind of where I want to wrap this video up. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below about this. If you can comment. If you enjoyed the video, I appreciate it a ton. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!